one thing, Dessalines was nothing to be played with, man. He was no one. He was not somebody that you could make do things, because this guy was very much a patriot, man. He loved his country and he was fighting, and he was, like I say, he was not as diplomatic as Toussaint. If he met with Leclerc, he probably was on Toussaint's behalf.
Hmm.
He probably was on Toussaint's behalf, because them guys were that discalculated. And like I said, Toussaint himself worked with the British. He worked with the Spaniards. He worked with the Americans. He worked with with the French, and he was a general in all these armies too. He was always a leader. But that shows you how where his leadership, even the enemy, Imagine him amongst all these wolves. It's like, and they couldn't touch him. They could not. Imagine how great of a man, how great of a black man you have to be in those days for you to be revered by your enemy. So, and that's where his leadership is unparalleled, because you could not find many people in this world that ever existed that could have handled it the way he did. I mean, for him to create the foundation, or for us to become a republic, and the strategies he had to use, and he had to, how to say, you have to interact with your enemies for you to know what your enemy wants. So you can tell him, hey, no, you can't get that. So I have to fight you on that side of it. So he actually was able to do that. And he had people working for him all about. Oh, he had, my man had tentacles, man. He was like an octopus. And he himself, like I told you, he used to travel that much. So he's the type of guy that would be on his chariot, because he was the man in his chariot, and then he stopped mid road, man. He takes your horse and go right. Nobody knows by himself now. Nobody knows where he's going, and you better be ready, because this guy might pop up on you anytime, anywhere. Like I say, he had those results of really horses where he travels like that, where his horses were the top-notch horses, and he can do these things. Like he was so strategic, so unpredictable. Also, he made sure that he was unpredictable, even to its own generals. So that's why everybody had to be on point with him, because he did not play, and he was very stern. He was a stern dude. Like, he knew what he wanted. But at the same time, he always tried to go the diplomatic route, because he understood the hypocrisy of the bourgeoisie, of the French bourgeoisie. So he played with them. He toyed with them too. Okay. Like they say in French.
As far as Dessalines.
Like they say in French, si on fait du cinéma, on fait du cinéma.